J43R underscore was first.
Ooh, J43R underscore. Let's go. The streak continues. Tabbed out for 1 second. Well, that was the second that mattered. J43R underscore doesn't tab out. Ready, waiting, watching. Never resting. Always prepared. Okay. Launch Elden Ring. Says it appeared to fail. If I try again, I'm sure it'll just work. The Discord ping, and of course, it's when you hit live as well. Well, yeah, the Discord ping is always going to be after I'm live. So if you're waiting on the Discord ping, you're never going to get first. Simply shall not happen. Can still be silly. All right. Cool, cool. Okay, so we were underground. And I need to also get the, get Escar here. Missed the Comcast incident last stream, yeah. I mean, stream just went out for a few minutes. It was not the worst thing ever, but it was enough that it was like, okay, this is annoying. We'll just start again next time. I mean, we'd already been going for 7.5 hours at that point, so. Yo, what up, demon? A little safe as I get back into it. I feel like the most likely time for me to die is like soon after I have started up stream again, because like it just takes me a little bit to get back into things. I think get back into the swing of things. Okay. Honestly, I didn't miss the Comcast incident last stream. Take a glance in chat while on the bus in the stream. Preview was on disconnected stream. Nice. Perfect timing. But how do you know we hadn't just ended stream? I think it's this way. Die. Is this the Sekiro blindfolded guy? Well, this is the fake Sekiro blindfolded guy. If you want the real guy, you're gonna have to go somewhere else. This is known cheater, Mitch Riz. Yo, what up, Big Bones Jones? Okay. Toilet. Might as well get my resources back, even though it's not a lot. Also, I should probably actually make that command that I think I put into the title. Exclamation. Do I have it currently as a Souls Guesser? I don't. Okay. Commands add exclamation Souls Guesser with no E. Zoodle is hosting an event where I will try to be the first person to get... Excuse me, Bat. I'm trying to type a command here. Very rude of you to interrupt that. Try to get to a location in Elden Ring from only a picture. Will be 5/3 at 11 a.m. Pacific. Close enough. I don't know. Oh, I think there is also a Twitter post that I could link with it. This. Odds. Add this to the command. I'm lazy. On it. Thank you, AGNL. Thank you. Yo, thank you for the good luck, Suntoria. Going to a small local gaming con tomorrow. Nice. Hope it's fun. Okay, so the way down is there. So I want to go here. 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 The lowest spot. And then just down from there. Okay. And then we don't go up or down the elevator, wherever that goes. Your favorite bald roller skater. Let's go. Speaking of, we should try to think of incentives for the Get to Work run and the Sekiro run, or one or the other. For Get to Work, we could do hat. We could do true ending. We could do 2 hats. We could do 100%, which would be like all the podcasts and stuff, which I've never learned. I've never learned all podcasts, but I could. I'd never learned the 100%, but I'm sure I could. See your DM. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes. I was trying to remember. I did see your DM, and I didn't fully, but I'll contact the guy at some point. I had so much to do today. I had to set up for Souls Guesser tomorrow. I had to type many messages to people. you know, like, congratulating me on getting 2 runs into SGDQ, or trying to get my roommate situation set up, which I'll be rooming with blanks, as I did, not the previous AGDQ, but the one before that. I still need to see if Aggie and Parky are going to be at SGDQ for whether they want to do, like, commentary on my Sekiro. Chris said he's down in chat, so I know I definitely will have at least one commentator. Roomies! And I'm pretty sure it was down here into the fake same room that's actually a different room. That has the fake opened thing. But you don't go to the fake opened thing. You go the other way. Avoid the giant hand. Sad they didn't accept the Elden Ring 4-player run. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did not want Elden Ring. This was not the time of the Elden Ring. I think next time at AGDQ, they'll accept it. Or, again, they might be like, no, we still don't want Elden Ring for a while. We want a break. But I think the next Elden Ring run that gets in will be the all bosses 4-player if we keep submitting it. I think the next time that Elden Ring is at a GDQ, it will be that run. Go to the true open thing. Exactly. Not the fake open thing. The true open thing, which we need to open. Right here. Probably planned no Elden Ring this time. I don't know that there's necessarily, like, a plan, like a, you know, mandate that comes down from above that says you must not accept any Elden Ring runs. But I think that one of the priorities that the games list has is showing off different games. And I think when they saw, you know, an Elden Ring submission, they looked back and they went, okay, how many years in a row has Elden Ring been in? Oh, every single event since 2022? Yeah, let's go with something else this time. Let's go with some Sekiro and Bloodborne. All right. Next GDQ is strictly Dark Souls 2 and Lords of the Fallen. Cinema. You wanted Lies of P? Lies of P has been in pretty recently, so I'm not surprised that it's not in again. But yeah, Lies of P is a good one. I think after the DLC comes out, Lies of P is a likely one to get in to another event. But I mean, they also do like to show off different runs. Like, even Elden Ring, which again, has been in every single run since it came out, has only repeated one category, I think. I think only any percent glitchless has been repeated. Other than that, there's been like the any percent, there's been zip percent, there's been all remembrance bosses, any percent glitchless, bingo, saxophone. Like, even the one that gets in all the time, like, they keep going with different categories. And Lies of P just doesn't have that many, like, marathon categories. Like, the difference between any percent glitchless and all bosses glitchless is just not that much. They're very, very similar runs. DLC that's going to be popping again. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking once there's a DLC run, I think they'll probably accept that. Yo, what up, Claudio? Have they tried oops, all terrible bosses? Oh, well, that's just all bosses for Elden Ring. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I do not want a bat chasing me. You're actually fine. I'm just gonna leave you. If I sneak, these guys should not see me, except for that one. Oh! Tibia Mariner, the Elden Lord. That was the scary Tibia Mariner with the big old skeleton, but we got him. Imagine a lobter on this. We had worse, somehow, than a lobter on... Well, maybe equally bad. We had a hippo on this. Saw this guy nuke Tom a few hours ago. Oh no. Where's the assassin that's usually here? Oh well. Assassin this time, I guess. I don't really need to level right now. Eventually, maybe I should just start leveling up all the stats in case I want to swap weapon. Just be ready for everything that I might possibly want to swap to. I mean, I guess I could still get up to like 40 strength because we're probably going to go with some sort of a strength build regardless. All right, who we got? Oh. Bonk. Crucible Knight. Z.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Bonk. Okay. The thrones, stained by my curse. Who's the Omen King now? Can't wait to see how speedrunners crack Kazan open. Feels like it would take so long from a casual playthrough. I would love to see that. As far as I know, not many, like, serious speedrunners are doing Kazan. Ooh, Crucible tier, or Sacred tier. That's an excellent thing to see.
Shall I let my hand share them with me? Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Okay. Because, like, I could start getting, like, int and faith up, just in case. Right, at least to, like, 10. So that if I get, Alablaster, I have some int to start to work my way there. And if I go, like, Anvil Hammer, it needs both int and faith. But if I did, it doesn't really do literally doesn't do anything for me right now, so I might as well just hold on to my runes, I guess. I guess if that's what I'm doing, I might as well just not spend them. Godric a new limb tail extension in the latest Night Rain trailer. He deserves it. What a guy. What a guy, that Godric. I did see the new trailer. I did not notice that though. Mostly I watched through all the classes that they were talking about, and none of them said this is the class that does the deflecting. Can every class just do the deflecting? Or did I just miss it? Because then immediately after talking about the classes, they showed a character doing the deflecting. Long HP bar. Excuse me. DLC paid class. That's gotta be it. Being secretive and withholding. Maybe. Evil Bless. The Duchess is cool. Yeah, I think of the classes they've revealed, the Duchess is probably the coolest. Thing is on the dev-only character. They decided it was too fun to release to the public. Yep. Can't have fun in our video game. No randomizer quality of life being able to mount up on this bridge. Sag. Instead, we have to deal with the Burge. It's a battle pass unlock. First you gotta buy the battle pass, then you gotta play 300 hours to unlock it. A pre-order bonus class. Which goes so fast while carrying the entire culture on his back. I'm just that strong. That's just what happens. Doesn't Wish Night Rain took a page out of Wish of Rain 2's book? They have a random circle closing the zone. The enemies just get harder the longer you try to farm before bosses. Oh, hi, Plassy. Well, this is going to be interesting in complete darkness. Excuse me, I was nowhere near the repose spot, but okay, game. Okay. Sure. Here comes the lasers. Oh, random lightning. Does that mean I'm at the edge of the arena? I actually have no idea what this means. Oh, gosh. I love not being able to tell where anything is. What even is happening? Okay. And he's flying away again. Sure, okay. Okay, his attack was like way over by the time it hit me, supposedly. Okay, he's just literally attacking on the other side of his body and I somehow get hit. Very cool. All right. A great katana is a pretty good weapon. Possibly worth swapping to, but I've already put so many points into strength. I don't think I will. He's already so annoying. And after that, this. Yep. He did spawn in the twins fight arena. Yep. It's honestly, it's a large enough arena. That's not the worst place to see him at all. But... I don't have any of the great runes. Okay, let me double check. Altus Plateau, 31 out of 31. Cool. On to Mount Gelmir. You guys can't see it behind my camera, but it says it. Congrats on getting into GDQ. It's a bummer I didn't see 4-player Elden Ring on there, but looking forward to the Sekiro and get to work. Yo, thanks, Joey Salt. I, too, am looking forward to both of those. Like, I'm so excited to get to show off Sekiro again. I've got a reason. I've always been saying I have been looking for a reason to grind Sekiro again. We have a reason now. It's the category that I think my PB is the worst at compared to how good I am. Of, like, the main categories. I've just, like, never run, like, all beads and memories. Or just all memories. But, like, of the categories I've run, all bosses and mini-bosses glitchless, like, is one that I think I can definitely improve on. And so I am excited to have a reason to actually grind out new PBs. Oops, all beads. And oops, all memories. Together in one delicious cereal. Sekiro, but one eye blindfolded. Ah, that would do a lot. How can you play video games without your depth perception? In that race you did at Summer Games Done Quick 2023, some hard skips and boss strategies there. SGDQ 2023. I don't remember which one that was. That's your in Sekiro, but I have no depth perception. Wow. From Sekiro, any percent, but with controller. The hardest category. Harder than dance pad, easily. It was one a couple years ago. Oh, thank you. That's very helpful and exactly what I was looking for. Gotta make sure the words in capitals make no sense for optimal YouTube clickbait. I mean, just today I watched CJ Ya's video. SMO hide and go seek has gotten baseball. Which does not make sense. Thank you, Chip.
Good luck, Mitch.
Thank you for the good luck. You think that they'll ever have another Crab's Treasure back at a GDQ? After that somewhat disastrous race between Aggie and Spicy? I kind of think they won't. Like, ever again. We have 15 parentheses in the title. Not clickbait. Gone sexual. What happened? They both died on the final boss for like 20 minutes. Like, actually. Like, I think it was more than 15 minutes. I think it was closer to 20 minutes than to 15. That both of them were on the final boss and dying to it. It was like half of the total... Not half, but like 2/5 of the total time of the race was just Firth being a jerk. And it's not like they were, like, playing so badly and, you know. It's just, Firth is a jerk. Bye-bye. Two-fifths is a wild fraction? What do you mean? Would you prefer it in percent? 40%? It's a pretty nice fraction and a pretty nice percent. It was honestly kind of a good showcase of the speedrun of the game, because that's just what happens after we banned the Firth invulnerability. That's just what speedruns are. Praying at the very final boss fight that he doesn't just do weird stuff that kills you because you don't level up health. In the past, where there was a DS1+3 all DLC relay race, it was so long, but the end was pretty hype. At a GDQ, at like a main GDQ, I doubt it. That, like, on a hotfix, absolutely. But... yes, fight each other. Nice. Cat fight. Actually, they're watch dogs. Ash of War, butt slam. Say goodbye to wah. We can't get rid of an Oh my gosh. We're losing more uhs. Now how are we gonna collect the entire alphabet? It's a double H so it's fake. What is the true one? Oh, we had a... okay, we had a repeat? Okay. Then acceptable. Acceptable. What? Oh, la blaster. Oh, la blaster. That's what we need. Episode makes new Elden Ring spin-off game. Instead of being Souls-like, it's a MOBA game. Well, then my goat would be washed. FromSoft would be a dead studio. What's MOBA? Multiplayer online battle arena. It's like League of Legends or Dota.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, well, value these. I'm
hungry. Gross, exactly. Likes Battle Royale-ish game, that being Night Rain. It's not Battle Royale-ish, though, because it's not PvP. Closer would be the Duskbloods. And that game, I do not have high hopes for. I really do not have high hopes for the Duskbloods. I definitely think it might turn out just not good. If I own a Switch 2, I'll try it, but I have no hopes for it whatsoever. Like, FromSoft combat is just not good for PvP. Just straight up garbo. So we'll see if they can make a combat system that's good for PvP. Because if it's just the same old combat system and they just throw it into a PvP focused game, my goat will indeed be washed. Did not realize just how far down that was going to be. We're living, but that did hurt. That was maybe not the correct decision. All damage in Elden Ring is always unpredictable. It's technically deterministic, but always unpredictable. Opportunity for them to improve their weakest part of the game. The PvP has always been kind of bad. Yeah, that is like, there's two ways to look at it, right? An opportunity to get better at the thing that they're bad at is one way to look at it. And the other way to look at it is they're bad at it, so why would they make an entire game focused around it, right? Like, I don't know, like, you know, I can't think of another example, but, you know, this isn't like a great example, but it's like, oh, Nintendo, you know, is really bad at making, like, you know, really, like, mature and, like, dark, you know, themes or something like that, which I don't actually think is true. Like, I think they had some cool stuff in, like, some of the new Zeldas and stuff. But, like, let's say that that was true, and then, like, they release a title that's, like, entirely, you know, directed by, you know, the Mario director or, you know, the Zelda director, and it's, like, a grim, dark fantasy, you know, like, whatever, and it'd be like, oh, that's weird. That's very, you know... In that case, I'd actually be kind of excited for it, because I'd be like, ooh, I think they, like, probably have an idea of, like, you know, a way to make that interesting. But in the case of, like, they're making a PvP game, they've tried PvP before. This isn't, like, just, like, they're going in a different direction. They've tried it before. It just sucks. So, I don't know. Miranda. And Omen Killer. And random Stone Sword Key? Sure. I have a concept of an idea. The idea was, everyone seems to really like Fort, Night. What if we made that into a full game? Clearly, our fan base must like Fortnite, because they keep posting Fort, Night. Also, PvP player base on the Switch seems like such a long shot. Yeah, very strange that it's Switch exclusive. Of all the games to be Switch exclusive, the PvP one? Really? Happy for the PvP guys to get a game. I just think it's funny that it's Switch exclusive. I mean, like, what PvP guys? Like, I do not think that the Souls games have a large PvP player base. I think it exists. I think it's non-zero people. But I think it's, like, a small, small fraction of the player base. I think it's overrepresented even in, like, online discourse. Like, I think in my chat right now, there's probably a higher percentage of PvP players than would be in, like, the entirety of Elden Ring players. Because most Elden Ring players obviously are, you play it once, you put down the game, and you leave. So, like, the fact that you guys are even, like, still here consuming content about it makes you, I think, more likely to be PvP players. And even in my chat, I bet we don't even have, like, that high of a percent.
We rarely fascinate. So, about the bird, if you have, rise with them. You're now you believe the drawing room. I am
Okay.
10.
Ooh, Pureblood Knight's Medal. Interesting. That is certainly a thing. Oh, I don't have the drawing room key. I thought I did. Oh. Yep. Yep. Start a vote, let's see. Sure. /poll. Do you PvP in Elden Ring? Question mark. Yes. Often. I have in the past. No. Rarely / never. And I don't play Elden Ring. Does that seem... I'll put a lot in the past. So it's not just like, oh yeah, I tried it out in the past. That would go in the no, rarely / never category. Because again, like, if you tried it out, I'm not counting that as, like, playing PvP. Because, like, everyone probably has done at least a couple matches when, like, it first came out. But this is, like, did you, like, actually stick around and do it for, like, a good amount of time? All right, duration, 5 minutes. Go. Fifth option, what's an Elden Ring? I think we can put that under the I do not play Elden Ring one. Okay. Ooh, Sword of Night and Flame. That's interesting. And, you know, if I was a PvPer all the time, I'm sure we'd get more PvP people as well. I'm sure that's, you know, I'm not going to be, like, massively over-representing the PvP community, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm just, like, slightly over-representing, I would guess, just because, you know, the more that people play Elden Ring, the more likely I think they would be to PvP. You're doing a PhD in statistics. Could proving a hypothesis like this be used in your dissertation? Not with the amount of data that I have, but theoretically. Plus, this is not a simple random sample of all Elden Ring players, so... The results only can show that specifically Mitri's viewers... Ooh, Iron Balls? Are we balling? Do we ball? Do we ball? Hold on, let me remember. Braggart's Roar does change the does change the charge start too. Yeah, which makes it so bad. You have to remove it from. You know what? Like, we kind of obviously should. Iron Balls is definitely a better weapon. But I kind of want to just say no. Change your name to Professor Mitriz. Sample too small, Sag. Ooh, the dogs? Hopefully I can get just him. Okay. The dogs
Fuck
seem to
IT
not know.
people. Also in the PvP enjoying. I did PvP in all Souls games. Even joined fight clubs back in the day hosted by people.
Nice.
Like Dreaded Con and Pete Peterson.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely the people that do PvP, I think are like very dedicated to it. And like it's cool to see, but I just don't think it's that large of an audience. Okay, the seed water stuff, yeah, is all that we have left because I can't do these yet. Actually, was this the one where there was drawing room key at one of the merchants and I just didn't buy it yet? It might be. Might be. Once I finish with the other stuff, I'll see if I have it somewhere. Maybe it can work if they improve the netcode / latency. Yeah, that would obviously improve it a lot. I don't think anyone would be like, no, they shouldn't improve the netcode. I think that's just like an obvious positive that they could do. Even so, I'm just not a big believer in the mass appeal of the Souls combat for PvP. I just don't think it's right. I think the like roll spamming is more like annoying to deal with as a PvP player than it is like good and fun and like makes you feel good about your defenses. I feel like it's just like it's almost frustrating on both ends. Like, it's frustrating when the enemy is just constantly rolling all the stuff you're doing and you just feel like, okay, they just freely get to avoid everything I'm doing. But then it also kind of feels bad on, like, the rolling end where, like, you'll be rolling and then you'll get, like, caught and you're like, no, I definitely was rolling that. And it's, like, I guess that's probably partly the netcode as well, but... Okay, I'm gonna kill these guys and claim the loot here. Maybe not all of them. It's like the rest are gonna leave me alone enough. I wanted whatever that legendary was, though. Radagon icon. I simply don't believe in PvP, so I guess in a way I agree. I mean, I believe that PvP, obviously, is very popular, and a lot of people like PvP in a lot of things. And, like, I think that the best... And I do think that the Duskbloods can solve one problem with Souls PvP that I've had. The asymmetricalness. I think asymmetrical needs to still be balanced. I think asymmetrical imbalanced isn't fun. Asymmetrical balanced is fun. So something like, you know, Dead by Daylight is asymmetrical. You've got the killer versus the survivors. But it's, like, still at least supposed to be roughly balanced. If there's a game where, you know, the survivors win 90% of the games, that's not that fun. If there's a game where the killer wins 90% of the games, that's not fun. And people complain, right? And so in a Souls game where you can have, like, your different builds and your different weapons and whatnot, I'm sure there are absolutely certain weapons that will win against certain other weapons 90% of the time. So, like, that being the way that it is, I think can lead to frustration. Whereas in the Duskbloods, since you're, like, starting a game fresh and everyone, like, has the same things, the imbalances that you find, oh, wow, I found a good weapon, is because of your skill of, like, finding it within the middle of the match. So I think that will alleviate a lot of the bad feelings of the asymmetry. Ah, this one. I remember I got very confused on this one last time. I believe it is stick right. Not all the way right, but once you get to, like, where it kind of opens up, I believe it's right. Turn down and right. Yes. Okay. And I think when we land, we're... No, maybe not yet. Maybe we're not in combat just yet. Okay. Oh, let's go left. It's right. You have any tips to make Elden Ring more fun for a new player? Level Vigor. Once you've got enough stats to use your weapon of choice, once you've got your setup going, level Vigor first, and Endurance second, and wear as heavy of armor as you can while still saying medium rolls. Dark Moon Ring! I believe that already unlocks the altar at the end. Okay. A lot of PvP players here in YouTube. All strategists. No one goes for a direct 1v1. Interesting. Vigor 40 before everything. Vigor should be the first stat you get to 40. I don't think there's a single build that you would... Well, maybe there's like an int build that you would need more than 40 int to literally be able to cast your spells, but... And then the only other advice for making Elden Ring fun is, like, just play it. Just don't, you know, I would recommend not really looking up builds or looking up, you know, too much. Just explore and have fun, and if you find something that's more frustrating than fun, then go somewhere else and come back later. And when you come back later, you'll be like, oh, wow, this is easy. But I do think that Vigor one, that Vigor, you know, thing is important enough that I would tell it. That's the one thing that I would sort of spoil or, you know, meta game a new player is like, it's not fun to be one-shot. It's a lot more fun when you've got some health to work with, because then you get to actually learn the fights, and you'll eventually get there. Even if your damage is low, which can happen, you'll still eventually learn the fights and be able to get through them. Whereas if your vigor is so low that you're getting one shot, you'll just, like, never learn the fight. It will just take 10 times as long to learn anything about the fight if you're just not in the fight for long enough to learn it. Bonk. Oh. What up, Epics? How to progress the... Which quest progression? Also, Ritual Shield Talisman. That, I mean, potentially. Just like, in general, defense is stronger than offense. That is just like a true fact about these games. Defense is stronger than offense. So if you want to have an easier time, defense is your friend. You don't need to go entirely defense, but if you want to have an easier time, defense is stronger than offense. Oh, what up, Desha? I'd say I'm winning so far. We've killed a few bosses. Still hanging on to the Deathless so far. Only winning move is not to play. And, like, it's for a mathematical reason that defense is better than offense. If you had 10% damage increase versus 10% damage reduction, 10% damage reduction is better because it's actually more like 11% damage reduction if you, like, the equivalent of, like, or, like, 11% damage increase and 10% damage decrease are roughly equivalent to each other, is what I mean to say. In addition, oftentimes the defensive stuff in the game will just also be bigger numbers. In addition to it mathematically being, you know, better if they were the same, the defense numbers are also generally just bigger in this game. So, like, Ritual Sword is 10%, and Ritual Shield, if I remember right, is 30%. Oh, we are in kind of a weird spot. There's so many enemies chasing. Oh, there's so many enemies. Oh, God. Okay, get me out, get me out, get me out. Restart me. We are not continuing this. This is way... We're going to have to be really sneaky and careful on this one. Back to this was the grace. Ooh, we're gonna take this real slow. That is too many scary enemies concentrated right there. You have a fun starting build. Bloodhound's Fang. Bloodhound's Fang plus whatever you can find. Or if you mean literally starter class build, base Samurai. And just try to use Unsheath whenever you get a nice punish opportunity on the enemy. Okay. Take this nice and slow. Ratch. Big Ratch. Okay. Love the Nagakiba for starting out. Piercing Fang is so good. Unsheath, I think, is better. But you can get Nagakiba and then put Unsheath on it. Although Piercing Fang is also not bad. I do think the reach of Nagakiba is really nice for starting out. They gonna try to... Annoying. What chest piece are you wearing right now? It looks neat. This is a Mesmer chest piece. So, pretty late into the DLC. I get just the Knight's Cab to see me? Perfect. Bonk. Okay, there we go. Alright, now let me see if I have the drawing room key anywhere. Did you use Nagakiba or Bloodhound Fang? Either. They're both great.
I've decided I'm off in. We may not. If there's an. That it's incantation. Very well.
You know the things shake when they are about to, no matter.
Green Turtle Talisman, Zamor Curved Sword. Raptor in the Mist, Egon's Great Bow, Troll's Hammer, Ash of War, Vow of the Indomitable. Interesting ones. Maybe they are weapons in this randomizer settings. What spurred this? Gauntlets. Drawing room key. Drawing room key. Is this the urn? It might be. We could make our weapon Frost with this. I still don't, I kind of don't think we want to, but I'll buy it. And a shackle is nice. Key, for a key-shaped thing. No, we do not have it. Okay. So then, if I'm correct, that's all of Mount Gelmir that we can do. Yep. We cannot do Volcano Manor yet. Because the only other way in is to die, and we are not allowed to do that for Deathless. So, I could go to Caelid next. But first... to Mogwin! I'm doing it. I'm locking myself to Mogwin. Oh, go win. It's just fun to do Mogwin as early as you can, you know? Can die in Deathless? Since when? I think they changed that. They, added an amendment. So we clear things out slowly until we get to the point of kind of no return, then we just run through. Anything that's not attacking us can probably just stay. But kind of also at the same time might as well just clear them out if we get the chance. Definitely not the fort. Yep, we've got some hostiles that are stuck on Pot Friend. So, sorry about that, Pot Friend, but... Okay. Soulscaster tomorrow morning mean Mitch time, aka 6 p.m. It means morning my time, so 11 a.m. my time, so whatever that time is for you. Like actual morning, like we're gonna need to end stream much earlier than usual for me to actually get any sleep. I don't like the Mirandas that do that. Gosh. I'm just gonna run. It's just got too much health. Big explodient. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's actually so bad. Not only is it a hand, which is always bad in itself, it's a hand that's got PvP enabled, so it can hurt the other enemies and make them aggroed to me. Oh, that's so bad. Are you aggroed to me? Oh, you're just kind of sludging around. It's got so much health, but I do not want it here. Okay. Just 1,000 swings, but it's down. How do you grind runes fast? I would recommend that you don't. There's no real point to grinding runes. The amount of power that you can gain from runes is very, very small compared to the power that you can gain from, like, weapon upgrades, which you need to find. Okay. Guess we're doing this. Yep. That's about what I expected. Okay, but the hand does have PvP enabled, so it can also eventually clear these things out, I think. Oh my god, the damage. Holy god. Yeah, this is a really bad collection of enemies to get in this particular spot. Oh, forgot they've got a ranged attack. Okay. Hopefully that now is through with the worst of it. An entire Erd Tree avatar. We're running. We're running. We're running. We're going. We're peacing. Peacing out. Y'all, your stone sword keys. The kind of area Assassin Face should be hanging out? Please, no. I mean, like, they would fit in this area, though. All right, whomst shall we have? Rage for it to be Sewer Mug. Oh, gosh. Actually, that would be fine. Although, I think we've already killed Sewer Mug in this file. All right, let's see what we get. It's going to be scaled up, whatever it is. Okay, it's a Black Knife Assassin. We know how to play it super safe. So just play it super safe. I don't know if I need to play it super safe, but it is the easy one. The one that's already damaged. Okay. Well, well, well. It kind of is Assassin Face.
I can see it as clear as day. The coming of our dynasty.
Mitch win. So sweepy and dashy.
Good evening, Mitch. I've escaped the time loop. You're not in Limgrave this time.
Hooray! We've done it. We've escaped. Honestly, more endurance could go hard. Not that much, but... I actually do think a little bit of Int and Faith would be not a bad idea. The potential upsides are there. And I kind of want to just get one more mine just so it's a nice even multiple of 10. You guys understand, right? $100%. Yeah. Okay, now that we have some more endurance, our drip is going to get, unfortunately, lessened. Or perhaps greatened, depending on your drip preferences. These ones are kind of really heavy for the amount of defense that they have. Yep. There we are. Is there any real advantage of lightweight over medium, generally wise? The only difference between light and medium weight is your roll looks like this at medium. And like this at light. See how it goes a bit further? That's it. That's the only advantage. It's the same time. It's the same iframes. It's the same everything. It just goes that far. So if I start at the grace and I light roll away, it goes that far. And then if I go back to medium, we go back this far. So it's that much difference in distance. See how far shifted off the grace I am? It's that far difference in distance. That's it. That's the only advantage to being light. Thought there's extra iframes. Always went lightweight against Malenia. What for? There is no extra iframes. Some people do go lightweight against Malenia just because, like, the extra distance. Specifically for one of her attacks, the extra distance is actually good. Which is the one where she, like, dashes at you and she goes, like, swap, swap, swap. Like, right in front of her. You know that one? She, like, readies her blade, goes forward, and goes swipe, swipe, swipe. That one, if you roll backwards with light load, you can actually get away from it. Whereas for medium load, it will sometimes catch you. Sometimes you get away. Sometimes it catches you. So what speedrunners have learned to do is, instead of rolling away from it, to roll behind her. And then that works perfectly well even with medium load. But okay, on to Kaled. Attack is trivial to avoid with light load, right? All right, we're on this side of the... I prefer medium. I think medium is better in 99% of cases. Just having more armor on so that you take less damage is just really impactful. I'm no speedrunner and I do that, well then, there you go. If you're dodging behind Malenia, there's really no reason to have light on her. In order to get into the DLC, I need to have killed whoever is in the Radon Arena and whoever is in the Moog Arena. So I killed who's in the Moog Arena, but I haven't killed who's in the Radon Arena. So I cannot get to the DLC yet. Not until at least after Kaled. Although I'm probably not going there right away. Okay, there's a worm face there. You should be careful. Heavy roll everything. Now, heavy roll does actually have disadvantages. It's actually slower. Not just less distance. Slower. Okay, I'm gonna go around. Usually I do this little skip here because it's completely free, but with those enemies hanging around the skip, I'll just go around. It's fine. I will go all the way around because I don't know where you can fall without taking fall damage. I'm just gonna stay very clear of any danger here. Okay, why are we still in combat with that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to clear that out before I fight this dragon. The bear fell and died. That's funny. Okay, get back up that way. We are just gonna take this nice and safe. Nothing that can interfere with our fight. I don't want to get poisoned to kill you. Just wait. I feel like maybe people downplay the value of making a longer distance in the same amount of time. Like when I'm panic rolling, that's literally extra speed. Sure, but what does speed get you? When you're panic rolling for the iframes. If you wanted speed, you'd be sprinting. Not again. It's me gone while having iframes. Sure. It's not worth nothing, but you're much more likely to live even while panic rolling if you have enough armor that you're taking less damage. If you take, let's say, 20% less damage while you're, you know, doing it and then also trying to heal so you get some health back, but then you take a hit and you need to, like, you know, like, that's just much more likely to keep you alive than the extra distances. I'm sure there are some situations where you'll stay alive better with the distance, but it's not many of them. Panic rolling is trying to get as far away as possible while trying to keep up those iframes because you don't know what's about to happen. That's true. That is what generally someone will do while panic rolling is they'll generally panic roll away. Not always. Some people have been taught you should roll in, so some people will panic roll in, but even assuming you're going away with all of your rolls, like, that actually does, like, hardly matters getting the extra distance in most cases. Against a Crucible Knight that does that, like, charge poke when you try to heal, it just doesn't matter. The further away you get, the more, like, the quicker they're just gonna, like, charge at you. Against most attacks that most bosses have, it just doesn't matter. The extra distance is not really gonna make a difference. There are cases where it does. Just in most cases, it does not. There's the bear. I thought that was a hibernating bear. He's permanently hibernating. Okay, I think nothing's in combat with us. Still rude. Why are you over there? Get back here. I do not want to fight you over there. There's enemies over there. He forgot about me. Just stay still. Just don't do a flying away move one time. Just one non-flying move challenge. Impossible. Just come on back. Come on back. There we go. Took that real safe. Nice. Another sacred tier. Can you jump away if a tiny creature popped up from behind a rock and smashed your toe? Yeah. But like, that's what I would do. The dragon should not do that. Because I said so. Good soul help to kill Melania. Stuck for hours because of her. Defend. Medium roll with as heavy armor as you can while still using the weapon that you like. Get as much max health as you can. Learn her moves eventually, slowly. And if it's specifically the move where she jumps up in the air and does like 1,000,000 slashes in a row that's killing you, you might just have to look that up. It's called Waterfowl Dance. Waterfowl, one word. Dance, the second word. If you are having trouble with that one, you might just want to look up how other people avoid that one. That one's just a stupid move. In general, I don't recommend you look up anything for your first playthrough, but that is an exception. Just look up Waterfowl Dance because it's dumb. Just need to get good then, pretty much. Being defensive will help you to get good because the longer you survive... Ooh, a talisman pouch. The more good you can get per attempt, but... What? Honestly, I think Blue Feathered Branch Sword kind of doesn't work that well, but like, at least it's some sort of defense. It might still be my best option here. Alternatively... That is a good amount of max HP. Maybe I just go this. How much difference is it on the thing? So it's that much. That is a lot of max HP. That is enough that it could make a difference. Probably more than the Blue Feathered Branch Sword. Blue Feathered Branch Sword would be such a good talisman if it worked on the hit that takes you under 30% health. But it doesn't. So if you are at 31% health and you get hit for 31% of your health, you die, and the Blue Feathered Branch Sword does nothing, as far as I understand it. Or at least if it worked on the percentage of the damage that's under 30%. Then it would just be like a straight-up good talisman, but without, I think it's... Like, sometimes it's the best talisman in the game when you're barely under 30 and you take a big hit and you live, but... Then also, sometimes it can just be completely useless and do nothing. More with the clones than the waterfowl nowadays. Yeah, they're both very tricky. Hit her once, run away across the arena, hit her again when you get the chance, run again, repeat. Well, that's kind of is always the strategy. The problem is that hit her once when you get the chance means when she's not all the way across the arena from you. So, like, eventually, she will not be across the arena from you in order for you to eventually get a hit on her. Unless you are playing with magic, in which case you can kind of trivialize her. I guess that would be the other advice. Use Rock Sling and the Knight's Comet? Something like that? Knight's something? The ones where if you use the Rock Sling, she dodges early, and then the rocks hit her after she dodges. And if you use the, like, invisible ones, the Knight's stuff, then she just doesn't dodge. And then you can beat her, like, super easy mode. I'm just out of here. Ow. Okay. Or big bonker, yes. Bonker? I hardly know her. Blue Feather was 20% mod, not 30%. You might be right. I don't remember, actually. If so, it's even worse than I thought. Even at 30%, I think it's not a good talisman. So if it's at 20%, yeah, that's a, like a, just piss poor talisman. Oh, Gideon. Uh-oh. At least he's not overly scaled. He's regular, Kaled, not late Kaled. Okay. He was not too scaled. Bye-bye. Baby Gideon. Trying to cheese with Ancient Death. I don't know what Ancient Death is. Silent Gideon, best Gideon. No, the one thing we liked about Gideon was him Gideoning. Ah, I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your crunch, but alas. No, wait, I commend your... What's that one? I commend your plank, but alas, none shall take the crunch. Okay, best way down is here. Pleep is not the one I was looking at, but yes, it is one of them. I do love me some Pleep. Wait for Elden Ring to download. It's got 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay, that's a while. It is a pretty big game. Previously, Elden Plinkers didn't see the emotes. Just saw the words. Yeah, I know. I've got one chat where I see the emotes and one chat where I see the words, and it's actually perfect. It's the perfect chatting experience. We're trying to perma stagger her with Mimic. Ah, I see. If you're trying to perma stagger with Mimic, I think Rivers of Blood is a common tactic that people use instead. The Mimic will spam the Ash of War, and that does a pretty good job of staggering her. Nice. Pretty big, but definitely worth the time to download. Oh, yeah. Ooh. He was attacking with quick. Bonk. Nice mountain goat climbing. Oh yeah. Torrent's got that Skyrim horsing. Okay. DS2 mentioned. I don't know why that drop feels so scary, even though, like, it's just free and always works. Nice. What's my favorite weapon?
Hydrate.
I'm not entirely sure because I kind of have different favorites for different, like, purposes or reasons, but I think probably my overall favorite, if you combine all things, is probably Alabaster Lord Sword. Almost halfway. That's right, we're almost there. Now we've got some Dragon Barrow scaling, which is going to be rough. Well, we grind some levels. You're 110 right now, but low vigor. You definitely, or I mean, you can also just respec at Renala, or yeah, Renala. Wait, 110? Oh, that's definitely plenty of levels. I was thinking, is that a lot? And then I look at these stats. I'm 92, and I'm already like, I don't know what to put my stats in. I'm kind of like maxed out on things. Not like maxed out. It's not like I've hit every cap. But it's like I just don't have a lot more that is actually worthwhile to put my stats into right now. So yeah, 110 is kind of still plenty. Yes. Dark Moon Greatsword requires way too much int. Poison Moth Flight? Small and medium swords. I don't know that I've seen that one. It looks like he's doing like a slash, like a cross slash. I don't know that I've seen that one. All right. Hopefully this will be an easy boss because it's going to be scaled up a lot. Oh, also, let me use my flask thing. Also, let me make sure that I don't get tabbed out because my game likes to do that. Okay, at least it's staggerable. But it is kind of a scary boss to see, surprisingly so. Very early game boss, but it can... It can do stuff like that. Okay. Alrighty. Main guy in Expedition 33 looks like Robert Pattinson. Interesting, interesting. A bit distracting sometimes. The grafted greatsword, just wish it was better. It's not bad. It's got a cool, like, Ash of War at least. But yeah, it's not the best thing. Went to DS3 first and brought Vort's hammer in. That's right. I think this is the full-grown Falling Star Beast because it was sleeping to start. Well, whatever it was, it's dead. No, maybe it's the one in the cave. I don't remember. One of them is sleeping to start. He was pleep. Full grown has an eye. Oh, right. You can literally see the full grown. Right. Duh. So it was definitely not the full grown. Here's the spot. Yeah, if this more hours in this game, you'll know. Only 3,000 hours. Still a rookie. Yep. All right. Stay right. Stay right. Always right. Ow. This cave is scary. Yep. Oh, we're getting the DLC NPC gauntlet, I guess. Nice. Stone wet blade. Now I could make anything frost. My HP, how much vigor you got?
Honest, I'm not being
60.
healthy, RN. I got a bag of Reese's peanut butter chips, and I'm 3/4 of the way through the bag, eating them with a hot coffee. Yes, these are like chocolate chips.
Oh, that's what you meant. Like chocolate chips, but they're peanut butter. Oh, that sounds good. I would do the same thing. I mean, not with coffee, but I would definitely do the same thing. Oh, wait, no, don't go here. Not yet. Go to Seaside Ruins. Recent interview with the Solitary Knight. People asked him, what's your favorite class? And what's your favorite weapon? He replied, I played the Knight, and my favorite weapon is a fully automatic machine gun. Yes. As knights are known to wield. Look, I'm just saying, knights with fully automatic machine guns would probably win all of their medieval battles. Slave Knight Gale had one. The longest load screen in the game. I'd be interested to see a gun-focused Souls game, having to maintain ammo and stuff. Well, the closest to that would be Remnant from the Ashes, which has like dodge rolling and stuff, but is a third-person shooter. Almost. There we go. Wish Elden Ring downloaded at least an hour faster on PS5? Well, it's going to depend on your internet, I think. I don't think that's the PS5's fault. Take no chances, even though this should not be a hard fight. Margit and or Morgoth. No ammo management, but Code Vein has guns. Oh, that is true. Bonk. There, your internet's kind of bad. That's unfortunately probably the reason. Griffith greater than Guts. He did nothing wrong. Well, one thing wrong, but the rest is okay. That's I mean, that's just like. You know, the Griffith did nothing wrong. That's a par for the course thing that people say.
Most of Americans are not adjudicated enough. I saw a lot of video about it in TikTok.
Adjudicated? What do you mean adjudicated enough? Only one thing wrong is crazy. But Griffith greater than Guts? I mean, what are we doing here? Okay. Oh, that's also right. Bloodborne has guns. It's not really gun focused per se, but sure does have them. Remnant is a blast. Yeah, I really liked Remnant. There's one thing about it that really pissed me off, but it's something that if you're playing normally, you're probably just not even going to notice or care or know at all, and it's fine. It just annoyed me. So for most players, it's going to be a very solid, you know, 8 out of 10 plus experience. What was it? Oh, hold on. Revenant. The, oh, there we go. The scaling. Godric's Great Rune. I mean, that's more than nothing. I think I'll go activate that right now for the safety of it. The game would like scale up to your stuff, your like highest upgraded gear. So upgrading gear was useless. It didn't do anything. You would upgrade your entire set of gear, every enemy would upgrade with it, and you'd be doing, technically because of the scaling, it would take a slightly more shots to kill enemies, and you would die slightly quicker. if you upgraded your gear. If you just didn't upgrade it, you were just chilling. The exception is every like new like chapter, the enemies would scale up to a certain minimum amount anyway. So the optimal thing to do is to never upgrade your gear until you hit the next chapter, and then only upgrade to the minimum for that chapter, and then not upgrade it again. Or if you wanted to really min-max, which I did, and it was kind of fun, but you could instead never upgrade your armor and only upgrade your gun, so that the average between your armor and your gun was the minimum for the chapter, but you would just shoot really hard and take a lot of damage, which was kind of fun. I'll admit, that was kind of fun, but it was very silly that, like, if you know the scaling, it's better to literally just not upgrade your gear. I thought that was the dumbest thing. Like, I don't think there should ever be a game where upgrading your gear makes you weaker. I think that's just a dumb idea. Oh, what up, CVD? Hold on, let me get this deathless run real quick here, then we can practice some bingo in the coming days. We know your intentions. Yo, plunged underscore toilet. Yo, thank you for the gifted sub. So, Ethics. Let's go. Ethics, welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Once you get fully upgraded, it doesn't matter anymore. It's true. It doesn't matter once you get to, like, the end game where everything's scaled up to max upgrades anyway. So everything that you have should be maxed out anyway. And it's true that it doesn't matter then. It just really rubbed me the wrong way that they would put a system in the game that was so poorly implemented and designed. Is that a hard note to practice? I'm also asking on behalf of Sweat. Oh, is that like right now? You want to practice? Hold on. Was there a question right now? All I saw was the eyes emoji. I didn't see the message before that. Hold. Scrolling up. Checking. Are you guys practicing right now? Too scared to ask. If you guys are practicing right now, I probably could. I don't even know all the squares yet. I have not set up the bingo stuff. That was on my list of to-dos that I didn't get around to yet because I was setting up for Souls Guesser tomorrow. But if it's an easy setup, I could possibly swap to some practice. I also haven't set it up. Nice. You did today. Ah, okay. Well, then I guess now you have set it up. Such a bully. His teammates are scared of him. Yep. Well, teammates? I've only got the one teammate. Ask blanks too. Okay. Yeah, if you guys have 3 and you need a 4th, I will figure out how to get it set up. Yeah, no problem. Where was I? Celia, yes. Kind of reminds me of games that have a sprint button, but it's really just changing the camera angle and adding speed lines, but you're going the same speed as walking. Is that an actual thing that they do? That's hilarious. That's so dumb. Wait, we love some Bingus Bongus. I think this is actually slightly less health than we would have, but it should be more of everything else. So, all for enemies scaling with you, but not when you go out of your way to pump your damage for that point in the game. I'm actually not. I think enemies scaling with you is always bad. I think it's always lazy, always a band-aid, always works worse than the developers actually knowing what power the enemies should be and making it appropriate to the area that you should generally be for your level, and allowing a player to get there early and get their butt kicked, or farm and kick the enemy's butts. I think it's always more fun when you gaining power in all ways makes you stronger. I think if ever the enemies scale with you, why do you even have levels in your game at that point? What is even the point? Oh, it's Star Scourge. What is even the point of having levels in your game if the enemies just scale up to you? Like, now farming doesn't do anything. Like, and now, you know, exploring you know, an area that should be too high of level for you is no longer like a fun, cool experience. It's like, oh yeah, no, I can take on this area. Bonk. I think it takes away so much of so many experiences to have the game just scale with you. And I understand why a developer would do it, because they're scared that they're going to make all their zones too easy or they're going to make all their zones too hard. But, like, put in the effort. Play through the game yourself several times. Test it. Have people with different play styles go through the game and find a nice balance of it. And I think your game will be a lot better for it than just, oh, we couldn't figure out how it works, so everything scales with the player. Okay. I slightly skipped over the grace. Life is busy, so I think we'll be waiting. Okay. If you guys want to do, you know, 1v1s, that's totally fine. Don't think you have to include me. I'm okay with starting practicing tomorrow as well. But yeah, I'm here if you need me or want me. But if you're totally fine if you guys want to just be like, ah, we'll just do 1v1s. Scaling should be optional, like New Game Plus or a Covenant like in Dark Souls. I think this is because of the multiplayer. You can join a random session and have fun. That's true. I do understand it for multiplayer. If you want things to scale in multiplayer, that makes sense to me. Outside of multiplayer, though, I don't think it's a good idea. And even with multiplayer, I actually think it can still be a cool experience to have it not scale. And have players try to, like, join things that are approximately the same level as each other. Like, for example, in the new Lords of the Fallen update, thank you for the good luck, they made it so that you can play through the entire game together, and you both get progress as long as you're about on the same progress on the story. So they are, like, incentivizing you to play at about the same spot so that, you know, you both have an adequate, appropriate challenge for what you're doing. Isn't this guy normally a Deathbird? Did Deathbird become Deathbird? Ow. I guess Deathbird maybe became Death Rightbird. Maybe this one was the Knight's Cab. No, the Knight's Cab is the one on the right. Bonk. They're so enjoyable because you talk and play and have fun. Yeah. Ooh, duo abductors. Interesting. Stone Barb. Huge. We've actually found our first useful physic tier. I guess maybe second. Because we had the strength one. Bonk. Bonk. Ooh, is that a red bear? Scaled up. Well, I guess technically still down because it's a DLC boss, but high scaling for base game red bear. Interesting, interesting. There's always a Deathrite bird, as always as in base game. Ah. So Deathrite bird became Deathrite bird. Hard to get tiers in Rando, yeah. Oh, I forgot to equip the tier, but it's fine. It's surely fine. Surely we don't die here. Just play it very safe. No going for extra unnecessary hits. We're just gonna play it very safe. Get hit posted. All right, good job playing it safe. And a stone sword key. Like Mitch goes out, he's always available. Okay, that's true, but also hurtful to say. Did it, Melania's down. Let's go. Let's go. I knew you could. Hitless. Yep, I played that red bear. I was like, I'm just not going to take a hit. You can't die if you don't get hit. Gonna get a Switch too? Maybe. I have no, like, current plans. I'm probably not gonna get it, like... Well, maybe I would get it day one. I don't know. Maybe. But... I would probably get one eventually when I'm, like, heading on a trip. I'd probably buy one right before it's like, oh, I'm headed to... When does it come out? Does it come out before SGDQ? Does it come out this year? Is it next year? Point is, I would probably get it right before I'm going on a trip, where I would then be like, I have it to play games on my trip. I probably would not buy it just to play it around the house. I don't really like sitting here playing like this. I don't like having to hook it up to like a TV or something. I'd rather just game on my PC if I'm sitting at home. I know for a lot of people, playing something on a TV is more convenient than on their computer monitor, but for me, it's way more convenient on the computer monitor. Ooh. Okay. Will I buy it for Duskblood? Maybe. Like, probably eventually. I don't know about day one. Probably eventually. I don't know if I will want to stream Duskbloods at all. Like, I'd have to get another capture card. Be a real hassle, but maybe. Did you equip spiked flask thingy? Nope, still forgot. Okay, let's go Divine Tower. $150 on Elden Ring till you can play. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Congrats on getting Melania. Let's go. My computer monitor is my TV. Wait, does that mean you're using your computer monitor as a TV, or does that mean you're using your TV as a computer monitor? I feel like Nintendo Online plus FromSoft netcode is not a great recipe. I totally agree. We had a whole conversation earlier about Duskbloods and how I don't think it's gonna be good. Well, maybe it'll be good. I don't think it's gonna be great. I don't think it's gonna be the next, you know, amazing FromSoft game that everyone plays. Poked my nose trying to scratch it. Ah. Where do we get the horse armor DLC for Elden Ring? Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. So I actually want to go over there and climb up that one because it goes higher, I think. $4K, 240 hertz OLED monitor. It is literally better than your TV. Nice. Bye-bye. It's funny that horse armor is like the thing that is memed. And yet, it's also kind of actually a nice, as long as it's free, a kind of a nice DLC. Torrent has armor in the Switch 2 version, actually. Yeah, but I think they said that they're also going to patch it into the PC and other versions as well. So, like, it releases with the Switch version, but it's not exclusive to the Switch version. It's memed because it was not free. Right, true. Like, I didn't mean to imply that the original was free. The original was not free, which is why it was memed. But, like, it's funny because it is actually kind of a nice, like, DLC thing. Like, I'd rather have, like, horse armor sounds kind of funny than, you know, some other things that it could be. I do not want you to... You might just have to get poisoned. I don't think it matters. Okay, he did not get poisoned. We learned that it is walk directly off, do not sprint. And then we also learned that this, despite being a lethal drop distance, is not lethal because the platform down here is a no fall damage platform. Equip my tier. I will do that at the bottom here. Thank you for the reminder. Can't fathom Dustblogs being $80 when Expedition 33 was $50. Clearly they don't need to keep squeezing us. They don't need to, but they will. Well, the other thing, like... It's awesome that Expedition 33 is, like, $45 or $50 or whatever. But it was also surprisingly cheap-ish, from what I understand, to make. Because it was produced by, like... like a AA team or whatever instead of like a AAA company. So they didn't just like throw money into fires or whatever they do at AAA game studios these days to have their budgets be like ridiculously inflated. Yeah, they're just like efficient, which a lot of AAA studios just are not. Okay. Godskin Tree Sentinel will be a sick boss, actually. AA Studio decimated pretty much every AAA game this year. Yep. Okay, so now... Do we Celia Skip and then do Celia Hideaway? Or do we go from Bestial Sanctum down? I think it's Bestial Sanctum down is the optimal routing from here. I don't think it matters. I think we could do whatever way we want, but I think that's the optimal. Irritated with E33. The parries are too hard. And it's not the kind of game I want to sit there grinding and learning parries for every little trash mob. It's a kind of game I want to make progress in. Well, I watched somebody play it, and you don't have to parry. You can dodge. So I don't know that that criticism is... Not, like, not valid. But, like, I don't know that that is an impactful criticism if you can dodge. Who dodges, though? You don't get a counter. Well, okay. So you've got your dodges that let you not take damage, and then your parries, which are harder, that lets you get a counter. That seems like a fair risk-reward to me, right? Unless, hear me out though, unless the parries are actually, like, objectively too hard. And by objectively too hard, I mean such a small window that humans cannot consistently do it, even if you know the moves. Then that's bad. Like, the minimum to me is, like, 10 frames. Like, Sekiro is 12, and it feels great. Other games are up to, like, 15. I think Another Crab's Treasure is 15 for your first parry, and then if you miss it, it's down to, like, 2. It basically just doesn't exist. So, theoretically, you just have to keep your parry chain going, so it's constantly 15, and that feels pretty good. If maybe slightly on the long end, but they punish you so much for missing one, it kind of evens out. Lies of P is approximately 10, and that feels really tight, but, like, gettable. It feels good when you get it. Anything under 10, I'm probably like, I think you're doing it wrong. I think it's got to be 10 at minimum, 12 realistically. And all of that's assuming 60 frames per second. So if you're at 120, it'd be double those number of frames. If you're at 30, it'd be half those number of frames, etc. Some parries are good. The bosses have good animations. I like those. The rando mobs are inconsistent. I'd probably just dodge rando mobs then. Difficulty also affects parry window. Oh, so far enemies don't have more moves than 1 or 2, so easy to learn timings. Okay. Parry window is affected by chosen difficulty. Interesting. As long as on the hardest difficulty, it's still at least 10 frames, I'm okay with that. If you get a perfect dodge, it means it would have parried, so just parry once you get perfect dodges. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, sounds good to me. Is there something I do actually want to level? Like, I guess I can just keep going strength. I would only replace my current weapon for a strength weapon, probably. Like, I have Great Katana, which I would totally use, but we already have so much in strength. Actually, doesn't Great Katana scale pretty good with strength anyway? Yeah, it actually does scale almost as much with strength as it does with dex. And because you get the two-handed bonus for strength, we could actually go Great Katana. We could swap. Nah. I'm ride or die with my Great Mace. I'm only swapping it for another similar big bonk. I'm only swapping it for Chicken Leg, for Gazing Finger, for Great Stars, Omen Killer Cleaver. If I don't get one of those S tier big bonks, I'm ride or dying. I gotta see the Great Mace through to the end. It feels weird to just hold on to runes, but like, I just don't think there's really a purpose to leveling, except for some more strength. And I feel like the ability to respec if needed is kind of worth more than that. I think it would be funny if we could do a challenge of rando viewers versus streamer on boss down. Can you explain that a little more? Oh, he is angry right away. Hopefully this is not the Deathblight Lion scaled up to... This is like one of the hardest scaling areas of the game for its location. It is Deathblight. Okay. I just gotta stay away from the Forgs. If the Forgs arrive, we are probably just gonna run. I don't know where the Forgs are, but I'm glad that I don't know where they are. Thank you, Random Lightning. Okay. Oh, there's the Forgs. Let's just stay up here, away from those Forgs. Oh, they found me. They found me. Hey, Dancing Lion, how would you like to fight over here instead, actually? Ow. There we go. Nice. Deathblight, Dancing Lion down. That is one of the scariest bosses in a run like this. Let's go. Is this set seed for a bounty or just a challenge run I'm doing? Just a challenge run I'm doing. It's a random seed every time. Fine, I'll just spend it on strength. It's fine. I can always respec later if needed. I have larval tears, I think. Actually, do I have Great Rune of the Unborn? I might not. Hopefully I can respec later if needed. Easy. Got to enjoy the OST for a lot longer this time. Yep. I was not taking chances. I was not going to rush in to kill it like I would in a speedrun. Garden randomizer race with popular streamers who are normies and speedrun challenge run would be dope. Yeah, yeah. I don't have any contacts like that of people who are more, you know, normie-ish that I could, like, give them some sort of handicap to face, but that would be cool. I'd be down for something like that. Like normie-ish, like, still gamers, obviously. But someone who's not like an Elden Ring pro. Excited for Duskblood's gnarly Forg, yeah. What about the random dinosaur in it? You should faster internet? We all do. I wish I could upload faster. I wish I had better upload speed. Would make things a lot better. My upload speed is barely enough to stream, so when I want to send a local recording to my editor, it takes as long as the stream was to send, because that's just my upload speed. Just is the same as my streaming speed. Which can take so long that if I get any interruption on it, if I get Comcasted for a second, instead of just the stream lagging, the entire upload will get, like, canceled and I have to start over. It's really annoying. This way is probably slightly better. Are you uploading to a secure FTP? I don't know what a secure FTP is. I was initially uploading to Google Drive, and then tried out also, I think it was WeTransfer, something like that. I'm an editor. That means I'm a famous YouTuber. That's exactly what it means. Server for file sharing. Okay, I don't know what, like, an example of that would be. Rakshasa armor? We do not actually want Rakshasa armor for this challenge. It's actually bad for us. Latest Mitch vids on YouTube been fire, not gonna lie. Yup, they really have been. They've all been so good. Look forward to the Kazan no weapon run coming up soon. I don't expect it'll get as many views as the Sekiro races, but it should be a fun one regardless. Frame.io. Okay. Kazan. Transfer files over SSH channel. I don't know what SSH channel means. Does it mean that if I get interrupted for some time and then start uploading again later, that it'll continue where it left off? Because that's what I really need. No. Oh, yes, usually. Well, okay, well, now I've got two different answers. Rsync allows you to do that. Depends on the service. Okay. Because I need a service where I can do that. Where I can have it upload overnight. It will get interrupted at some point overnight, but then it'll just keep continuing once like my internet reconnects or whatever. And then if my computer, you know, goes to sleep and it's like, oh my gosh, it like fully stopped, I can still then continue where I left off the next day when I, you know, reboot up my computer. Classic chat. The duality of man. No, it will not. Yes, it usually does. Okay, PK scaled, kinda difficult, so be very careful with PK. I do know how to fight him, but... Oh, the range on this is not quite enough to catch him there. Phase. Or at least attempt to. If I stay close enough to him, he actually can't phase. That's going to be enough that he can phase, though? Yep. Okay. Ooh, that was... Wow! That was a wild buffer. Good enough. Played it pretty safe. Both putrid and putrescent. This looks dirtier than his original arena. Won't achieve that, but rsync plus will. Oh, okay. Breaks your files into blocks that tracks the progress of transferring the blocks. So if it gets interrupted, then you can start with the blocks you haven't uploaded already. That's good. That's what I need. Whatever thing does that for me, that's what I want. Whatever service. I think it's safer to clear out this than to try to just rush the ladder. These are not the worst enemies to clear out, but I could see them killing me on a ladder. Seed, nice. enough for another flask charge yet. VPN can randomly disconnect and your SSH sessions get interrupted. Connect to the VPN. SSH session recovers. Should have the same behavior. Okay. I am not gonna jump off this and aim for the Spirit Spring, even though it would work. Just gonna be very, very overly cautious for no reason. There we go. Need 4 seeds at this point, yeah. Actually, wait, no, we're maxed out. Sorry, I can't upgrade anyway. I have 1 mana and 13 health. So we're maxed out on flask uses. We just need to find the 2 more sacred tiers to get additional healing out of each of our uses. I went the wrong way. It is just not there. Yeah. Oh, that's not good for me. Please do not body block me into a death. Okay. It's fine. It's 11 hours from now. Is your math correct? Yes. It is 11 hours from now. All forgs must be eliminated. No death blights. On the other side of the world, time zones are hard. Yep, understandable. I like when you post things in Discord and they just like auto get... Well, you can do the timestamp feature that auto converts to other people's time zones. That's so nice. Okay, what do we got? Is that everything in Caelid? Or left that I forgot about? Ah, of course, Radon. The Radon thing, the War Dead Catacombs after... And Dragon... Oh, Dragon Barrow Cave. Right. That one. Let's go from Fort Feroth to that one. How can you set to get +0, +25 weapons? Random, can't find that option. It's under the helper thing at the end. So under miscellaneous options, there's edit randomizer helper options, and you put on auto upgrade with auto upgrade weapons to player's max weapon level. It's the randomizer helper options under miscellaneous. Slow internet, I just re-encode my videos with more compression before transferring. The problem is, if it's too compressed, then, like, there's not really a point in me even sending over the local recordings, because my editor already has all the VODs. And the VODs aren't, like, bad quality. It's just, like, the local recording is, like, uncompressed quality. Whereas the VODs are, like, you know, the Twitch compression. So, if I'm gonna send things over, I would want the absolute highest quality possible. To have a significant increase in watchability compared to the Twitch VODs. Don't need to kill the massive dragon. Correct. It is not counted as a boss. Or the way that we count it is not a boss. It does not have a health bar in the bottom middle of the screen telling you its name. By the way, for any of this stuff, if you want me to actually remember it after stream, you have to post it in Discord. Absolutely anything you post in stream chat, I will read out, I will react to, and then it will disappear from my head and I will never think of it again. But if you post it in the Discord, after stream, I will check the Discord. And I'll be like, oh, and then maybe I can, you know, use it or write it down or whatever. I do not remember the way through here, but I'm sure I'll find it eventually. This looks right. $120 till it's downloaded. All right. No, this was early left, I believe, was this cave. So now it would be on my right. If I'm remembering the cave, right? Over here. No, this looks like back out. Yeah, that's back out. Never mind. Wait. Oh, but from in... It's not around like patches, is it? Oh, it is around like patches. Oh, okay. Just remember, Dragon Barrow Cave is patches. That's all I need to remember. Dragon Barrow Cave is patches. Oh, snail. Snailed. Bye-bye. In the Bofa Duo Cave. Yep. Bofa to Bofa. We're streaming the event tomorrow, technically later today. I will be streaming my POV, but it will be on Zoodle's channel. Twitch.tv/Zoodle. Okay, so now it should just be the Radon stuff. Is there a randomizer setting so Millennia gives you a random item and not Torrent's, or Melina gives you a random item and not Torrent's whistle? No. That would be annoying. If you want to not get Torrent's whistle, you could just not talk to her, but... No, not Zoo, though. Zoodle. I don't know how our individual POVs are gonna be for this event because we have an overlay, which is cool. But the overlay does not, as far as I can see, have space for us to show the picture of the spot that we're trying to find. Not that we should be looking at chat anyway, but I think it would be best if you guys could see the picture of where we're trying to find, and then we just, you know, have to turn off chat or whatever. Zoodal. Sounds like an ogre boss in WoW. Yep. Honestly, not ogre, even. It'd probably be a troll. Zoodling. Welcome.
The stars have aligned.
The festival begins, ready as I'll ever be.
But now, oh, the cell.
Okay. This arena usually is one of the easiest in a randomizer because you get a bunch of summons and it's not scaled up to Dragon Barrow. There's a way to check where a specific item is in a randomizer sheet. I've been looking for a glintstone key for 2 days now. Yeah, you can go to the spoiler log and you can Control F glintstone or academy or key. Smelled WoW days. Used to play with your mom a lot. Too bad Activision Blizzard is defunct now. They might as well be. Ons. I'm gonna have an entire army versus one Ons. I wouldn't count him out though. Alright, where is he at? Oh. Bonk. Oh, he really struggles with summons. We just had one and he was stun locked forever. This is bullying? Correct. But that's the optimal play. Bullying is optimal. I want smithing stone? I'm already set on smithing stones. It's an even fight then. I'm so back. Yippee! Bullying is optimal. Mitra is 2025. Correct. What happened while you were gone? Oh, we just slaughtered some things. We're now on a new PB. Actual new since coming back to this challenge PB, 120. This time you weren't here to curse the run in Caelid. Alright, War Dead Catacombs is very scaled. This is one of the scariest zones in the game, for sure. Over time to die to gravity somewhere. Is there any good... I don't think there's any good time to die to gravity somewhere. We're gonna... Okay, they're fighting each other. That's good. I think they're distracted enough. I think we send it. Okay. No problems with the dungeon part. Now, just gotta get the boss. Kinda messed up the scaling is so high. I mean, it's... Yeah, but that's kind of how it is in the base game, so... Bye-bye. Alright, even high scaled just didn't matter. We just dropped them. Okay, very nice. One last for Caelid. Great stars plus wild strikes you obtain, so you should just spam skill button for him to bleed. Depends on the boss, but yes, that is a powerful strategy. Bonk always works. Oh, we're maxed out? Hold on one sec. I also want to change out... I don't actually want to change the Ash of War on this, but I want to make it heavy now. I think I've had it as standard, but now I think we want it as heavy.
Those over chat find them wet.
Oh, isn't Braggart's Roar just the better version of Warcry? Any knowers? Is Braggart's Roar just the better version of Warcry? Yeah, way better on heavy right now. Remember, it's slower to cast. Well, I'm going to be casting it out of combat anyway. So as long as it's just a bigger number. I guess I just keep leveling strength and we just assume we're going to stay with what we have right now. Wait, how do I make the festival stop so I can fight the things? you have to talk to Jaren again or something? He's like up here? I think he's in here. There he is, yeah.
Brave chest celeb fester. If I'm no longer, I have a told business. May we meet it? It's may we meet it.
Okay. My drip is atrocious, not gonna lie. It's true. We had good drip, but I got enough endurance that we now... But you can't deny, we looking thick. We looking so thick on it. Yeah, it's definitely slower. Lasts longer and higher damage. Perfect. Bonk. Looking like a popsicle. Alright, let me double check, but that should be everything in Kaled. Check, check, check. 25 out of 25 Kaled. All checks. Alright. Let me double check that I still don't have the drawing room key. I don't remember getting it, but... Wait, I do. Where did I get that? Oh well. Let's go back to the drawing room then. Finish off our Volcano Manor. Always such a hassle to transfer money to people. I'd like to use crypto to send money, but then you end up needing to deal with more tax nonsense. I didn't know that. Is it that? I feel like sending money on like PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or whatever else transfer money things isn't that bad. I mean, I think they do take like a bit of a cut, but I find it's usually not that bad. I don't know.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Praetor Rykard. Here's a pen, please. The one I left is worthy to greet.
Sure, I'll do that. Oh no, back to the drawing room. Domestically, it's easy at least. Anonymously, it's less easy. That's actually true.
What in heaven, a volcano? I hope you want. Well, I thought you perhaps play, but no, before you can.
Like, PayPal really does not want you to be able to be anonymous, which is weird. Ow. Ow. Get down here. Drug it through your bank for large amounts. Ah. Other people to use the same bank. Don't deal with wire or whatever transfers. Yeah. Well, I think wire transfers aren't that bad, but ow. I don't know. I don't send money too often. I'm pretty sure we just fall down here. I was correct. Don't even take fall damage. Excuse me, excuse me. Pathfinder going through lava. Invisible black knife assassin. Oh gosh. Rick summoned? Yo, we got Rick? We're unstoppable now. Do I have Bewitching Branch? I do not see Bewitching Branch. Well, hopefully we're fine. It's O'Neill, not Niall. So that's slightly less difficult, I think. Ow. Still quite annoying. Alright, there we go. Maybe I can craft it? Oh, that's a good point. I don't know what crafts it. I should keep that in mind for future. I could have crafted. It takes Mikola's Lily and Sacramental Bud. Also, what's this? Is this the DLC version? Is it, like, better? Either way, I'll put it here in case I find Niall. Same, but AoE. Bonk. What? Uh-huh. Oh, this place is always a bit scary. Yes, get a little funneled here. It would be great for me. Okay. Actually, consort doesn't mean that. Actually, but like true though. All. Okay. Lava in FromSoft games over the years has gotten to be a non-issue. Yeah. Dark Souls 1 lava? Oh, you just touch it and die. Pretty much. Elden Ring lava? Whatever. Just kind of like backstep across it. Ooh, boy. Okay. I'm down. Down to clown. Goodbye. Oh! Radahn's true form! Unironically has already done more damage to me. Hardest boss ever. Possible. No one's ever done it before. Ooh. It's not a good general purpose weapon. I do like that. It's not that great of a general purpose weapon. It is a good weapon, but it's good in semi-specific circumstances. I could use it. I could swap to it. It would definitely not be bad, but... Great Mace has also been great, so... This is probably a fault. This is probably not something that, like, is good to do, but I'm a bit loyal to weapons and Randomizer, for the most part. I'm not loyal to every bad weapon, and there are some weapons that I would give up any weapon for, but aside from the S+++ weapons, once I find something that's pretty good, I do like to stick with it. And even in this case, I have an S+++ weapon of Iron Balls, and I'm still sticking with Great Mace. Get you a partner who's as loyal as I am to the weapons I'm using in my Randomizer runs. Get ourselves a Mitch. Well, that would be one way to do it. Makes sense to not needlessly context switch, but between weapons of the same type, I feel I'd switch to whatever makes sense. Yeah. If I got great stars, it'd be an easy switch because they feel identical to swing. Even, like, the sunflower is pretty close, but it's not quite identical. So there would be some slight learning curve that could get me killed. Not a lot. It would probably be completely fine, but more than 0. Better than Great Stars poise damage wise. Okay. I think they're very close though. I think they're close enough that for most purposes they take the same number of hits to stagger. Bye-bye, Darrowell. Okay, is that now... We've now finished Mount Gelmir. No. We now have done everything up to Mountaintops, Farum Azula, Consecrated Snow... Or Ashen Capital, I guess, is forced. Consecrated Snowfield, which we could do before Ashen Capital. Miquella's Halig Tree. Underground. Moonlight Altar, and then we're in the DLC. So we're kind of in the semi-linear section at this point. That will well. Okay, so Mountaintops. Great Stars Blood Loss 55 gives it the edge. Then other hammers. Definitely, definitely. I think Great Stars is like... Yeah, Great Stars is Omen Killer Cleaver a great hammer as well, or is it a different? Because it swings the same. I'd say that only Omen Killer Cleaver and Great Stars have any claim to being the best in class. It's a great axe. Oh, okay. Well, it functions pretty much identically, except it's standard damage instead of blunt damage. And I would say those are the two sort of clear goats. Where they both have bleed. They both have nice swing speed and damage and stagger and all of that. Put some frost on this bad boy and you got yourself Vort's hammer. I could make it frosty. I do have that power. Thematically, it would make sense. Realistically, I'm not actually sure if that would be more damage. Like the pickaxe for pierce damage. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. I could see that.
Hydrate.
Just get a Omen Killer Cleaver for enemies that are weakest to standard, a Great Stars for ones that are weakest to blunt, and a pickaxe for ones that are weakest to pierce, while all doing kind of the same moveset. Ooh, lob turt. Run! Can I scream like Vort? I don't think so. No one can do it as good. Poison on Great Stars for extra 110 poison damage. That is an option. I don't think poison is as good as frost. Oh wait, this is a boss. I forgot there's a boss here. There's also a Knight's Cavalry that I missed that I'll have to come back for. Oops. Slightly late on my roll. And it does hurt. I think that might be his biggest damaging move. Bonk. Wait, another sacred tier? Aren't I already maxed? Or does it go past plus 10? I thought it was plus 10 was the max. $12 max. Ah, even better. Alright, hold on. Let me go back and do the Knight's Cav here. There are extra golden seeds. I don't think there are extra sacred tiers, are there? Oops, all Knight's Cav. I'm also going to kind of clear out enemies along the way, because this Knight's Cav is, I feel like, in a slightly awkward position. I mean, it won't be a Knight's Cav, but... I feel like it's in a position where other enemies could try to interfere. And I don't want them to interfere. Free spirit. Alright, nice. Don't get grabbed? Yeah, if I got grabbed, it could just spit me out off the edge, which would have been really bad. We're close, only 28 minutes. It's almost there. Download almost complete. They're downloading Elden Ring. Elden. Oh, I should have grabbed the Grace back there, because there's a... I guess it doesn't matter, actually. You just do this catacomb here, and then we keep going. And I think that's it for this. Another victim falling for Elden Ring. Yep. The propaganda got to him. We're seeing these catacombs with 300 hours of playthroughs. Yep. This is the one where you can go underneath the elevators, but it's just for side stuff. It's not for the boss. And where the door is awkwardly in the middle of the elevators. It's not at the bottom next to the lever that you pull. But it's also not at the top where you mog back and you're just there. I think it's still always faster to mog for this one, but it's not, like, nice. So I guess I should have sent the elevator back up anyway. There was a dungeon here. It's a little hidden. There is one of the guys pointing at it. Actually, no, I guess it would still actually just be faster to go up the elevator again, now that I see where the switch is. Excuse me. Ooh, okay. Is this yesterday's run? The end of yesterday, yes. Oh, this isn't the right way to go. I'm just gonna start clearing out things. Except for this guy, he's chilling. That guy's big chilling. And then is it just... It's one of these ways, right? Or maybe I have looped myself. Now these are different enemies. It's like it feels like a loop, but it's like not. Death Blight. Preferably no poison either. Yeah, no? Or yeah? Did I ruin it all, or was this the right way? One of the two. An under elevator? I thought for sure this was the one where under elevator isn't the correct. Oh, right! It's the third... This is now like the fake... Yeah, this is... Yeah. Or no, not fake, but like, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember this one. So confusing. And then we head back up here, and then we're there. Real, fake floors. Was this scripted because you've played it so much, or is it innate? I don't really know what you mean by either scripted or innate. In a randomizer, it's random. If you played Elden Ring for the first time, that's innate. Do you have a feeling? I don't know. I don't really know how to respond to that either. I don't know. Like, intuitive? Some things are intuitive, but yeah, most of it is I know it from having done it a lot. What's usually the normal boss in this dungeon? I don't remember. I could not tell you. Yeah, that one's above. There's nothing in some more ruins. Yeah, I think that's it. Moving on. Tree spirit. That makes sense. Stone type bosses get any elemental damage, like frost bleed? I don't believe you can bleed them. I don't think you can frost them, but that one I'm less sure about. I mean, how would you bleed a stone? How many rounds of Elden Ring have I started? More or less than 3,000? Less. I have 3,000 hours in Elden Ring, and I don't think I've started a run every hour. Well, actually, no, more. Well, I mean, it depends on how much of our time we've been speedrunning. But speedrunning, we definitely start way more runs than one an hour, so. But something like this, we're starting way less than one run an hour. Yo, what up, Adri Samurai? My overall hours in Elden Ring? 3,000. Okay, can he remember the merchant skip? That I'm not even sure if it saves much time when you have to do all the bosses, but first I need to even remember where I'm supposed to jump out to here.
Percent, Ron, put percent.
I think it's just this. Oh, it is, yeah. Okay, didn't get my jump. Yo, Leroy! Thank you for the sub! Welcome to the bunch! Enjoy the emotes. Okay, almost, almost. Ah. What about Sekiro hours? I think around 3K as well.
Howdy.
Howdy. Here, let me double check for you. I do have Steam open. According to Steam. Oh. About 4,000 in Sekiro. And that's not even counting all of my hours because I did some where I did it down patched and it didn't count towards my hours. Nowadays, even if I play down patched, it will count, but hooray. There's the skip. But I have done some hours where they did not count. Okay, so from here, I think I go Minor Erd Tree. And then... Oh, that's that. So I would go this way. I think there's a grace up here somewhere that we would use to go to Castle Sol, and then alternatively up this way. I think that's right. I think that's the fastest path thing. Alternatively, jump down there. I believe I just go straight across here to the Erd Tree. Oh, thank you for watching, Scovy. Gotta go up. I'm not that familiar with a lot of the pathing in the mountaintops of the Giants. I only know how to get directly to Fire Giant for speedruns. Trying to go anywhere else, and it's a confusing maze for me. Lord's Rune, that's a big one. Learning and speed. He's struggling finally. Well, I didn't have my FPS fix on to make sure that my jumps were always maximum distance. Okay, and then we go over here, find the Grace near Castle Sol. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Fire Giant, the situation can be brutal. Yeah, Fire Giant is, in almost all cases, the hardest arena in the game. Yo! Metal Gear Malleable! Yo, thank you for the $1,000! Let's go. Huge! Yo, thank you very much. Okay, where the heck is the Grace? There's a Grace, right? It's by the, like, skip for this or something? Okay, I'm going the wrong way. He doesn't know. What makes the Fire Giant arena that bad? So it's... the scaling of it is at 14, which you'll notice through the end of the game, it doesn't get a lot higher than that. I mean, I guess it gets a little higher. I think on Mikola's Galaxy... yeah, Millennia gets to like 20. But like, it's still pretty high for this point in the game. Where a lot of times for... a lot of times for this point in the game, you might not be like fully maxed out upgraded yet. And then it's a 2-boss arena. So you have to fight the 2 of them. And it's on weird uneven ground where you can like get tricked and get hit when you think you shouldn't and miss your attacks and things like that. Oh, there's a Grace. Oh, wait, I already got this one? Oh. I don't know what I was looking for then. Okay, yeah, so I got that one. So now, I guess I'll go Castle Soul next. Yeah, it's mostly the 2-phase. And this, I think, is the death bird that appears even if it's not night.
Hydrate.
For the hydrate. Apparently I stopped right next to an explodey guy. Hey there, Renala.
Creedle redeemed a coin flip and chooses heads.
Heads. That's not tails. Nala can hurt a lot. Okay. Oh, wrong way. All right. Fools, tails never fails. This is a well-known fact. Anyway, bye, Renala. Five minutes, finally. You're almost there. Hype chest open? Is this new? Rewards. That's a serve emote. Huh. Share? Share. I got an emote. Wasn't sure what that. Apparently, if you're part of the hype train, you got a little chest you can click to open. They made it loot boxes. They found a way to gamblingerize my gifting to streamer. What is all-time PB? About 170. I don't remember the exact number, but it was into the DLC. Oh! Really? Full to death? I couldn't roll? Through the wall. Just through the wall, full to death. Cool. Cool game. Looked away for a split second. So did I. And then I was trying to roll and I was dead. Very cool game. What was that? Like, I actually just couldn't do anything. 2,200 damage. Yeah, we have 2,200 life, and it just. Well, that was silly. What is that? That's a DLC enemy. I'll go back and show it. That was silly. That guy, he's just in the wall. He doesn't see us this time. He's not even doing it now. I mean, again, so we can see the damage. I don't know how to get him to hit me. He's stuck in the wall. Oh, there he is. He has no, he's still stuck in the wall. He's having a rough time out here. It wasn't that one that he did. That one still does a lot, but not enough to one-shot. He did like a whole rain of stuff. Where is he?
Creedlet has been added as a VIP.
He's just...
Congratulations.
He's just gone. Like... Okay. Up, -8 hours. Alright. Yeah, so we've got our clip here. Was into the DLC. Oh! And you could see I was spamming the roll button. It just instantly full to death. I mean, technically I had taken one bite from the dog. That tiny little bit of, but then it would have killed me anyway. You can look at the damage, how it goes that much. That much. Like, I was just dead anyway. Really? Full to death? I couldn't roll? Yep, that sucked. You can even look at the... Do you get to see numbers on the enemy hitting you? I don't think so. But yeah, look at that. Just look at that. One volley. We need some ranged option next time. What would a ranged option do when all I saw was there's an enemy in the wall? And I'm like, oh, he's not going to attack me. Like, enemies in the wall, generally, they can't really attack you. And so I'm fighting the things next to me. You can see that's where my attention is. And then completely off screen. Bop. Full comboed. What's my vigor? 60. 60, and actually it was 65 because I had Godric's Great Rune active. Classic FromSoft Magic enemies. If we had found Morgoth's Great Rune, maybe I would have lived. Maybe Assassin's Gambit next time? No. We're not doing a stealth playthrough. Like, there's no, like, you know, revisionizing this to be my fault. That's just ridiculously unlucky. Like, that's just... Like, There's no, like, oh, well, what if you had... It's just... No, it's just... That's just a thing. That's just a thing that can happen. There's nobody in the world that would have done anything different there than just die. It's just rando things. It just happens. Yo, Matthew, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Vault and stealth next time are two separate things. I mean, yeah, you could try to stealth through most areas. You could, but no. Crunch run? Well, as far as tonight goes, I think we're gonna be done for tonight. For the reason that we got Souls Guesser in the morning. Normally, we would not end quite this early. This isn't like... I guess this is a pretty short stream. But because we got Souls Guesser in the morning, I think now is a perfect time to stop. I can make sure that I've got everything ready for Souls Guesser, and I can try, and probably fail, to actually get sleep. We'll see. But yeah, in 10 hours from now, I'll be back online, and we'll be doing Souls Guesser for Zoodle. Will Souls Guesser be on YouTube as well? It'll be on Zoodle's, for sure. It will not be on mine. It will not just be my perspective on my YouTube, but Zoodle will certainly post it to his YouTube, yes. 10 hours. Yeah, but it's like 10 hours till it starts, so it's like 9 hours at most till I need to wake up, and I am not going to fall asleep right away. And I need to make sure that I've got everything set up, so ending now just makes the most sense. Just makes the most sense. Meant live on YouTube. Oh, sorry, the streaming. Yeah, it should be. I think I just stream as normal. The only reason that the other event was the Spike Vegeta's event was not on YouTube was because they were re-streaming to my channel. I wasn't streaming it. So it should be on YouTube as well. All right, let's go ahead and let's raid. Katie. Oh, Katie Marie. Who's playing Expedition 33. And I don't usually get to raid her because usually we go a lot later. But I am getting the chance now. Haha. But yeah. Expedition 33, spoiler avoiders be gone. True. She's apparently in Act 2. I don't care personally about the spoilers, but if you do care, know that she's in Act 2. Maybe just come in and give a midge and then leave or whatever, but yep. Guess what you should play? Banned. Finally a good game. That's right. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, or morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever in the world you all happen to be. And I will see you all later. Have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.